rock fans, rock aficionados, your journey has led you to us, the MPJ New Rock Album Review Show, and welcome, one and all, to the show. I'm Nigel, we have Simon, we have Trish, we have Lauren, we have Pete, we have Will, and we are reviewing the latest rock albums. I think this will be episode 14 for our October reviews, and today we are reviewing Demon Hunter. There was and always will be, well, a light. The album is called There Was a Light. Now, let's go, please, to the person who shines the light the most, and that has to be Lauren. Again, just happens you get the good big compliments today, but that's because just you happen to be around the list of how we start our album reviews.
Here's a compliment. Take it back.
Oh, yeah. Totally. Well, I don't want you all to get jealous, you see. I can see it in your eyes. It's the jealousy's oozing from you.
Just like, hey, Lauren, here's a compliment. You can read it off the back of my hand as it swipes in.
You know my style. Anyway, go on, oh, angel of light, and tell us, did you hunt some demons? And did you enjoy that hunt for demons?
So, with regards to this album, I thought it was all right. I thought it was okay. Not gonna lie, having looked at the cover, I thought it looked like a straight up Slaughter to Prevail dupe. Like, it looked very, very similar, and I was just like, okay. I thought it had great emotionality given the subject matter of the album. Like, listening to it at first, I was like, oh, okay, it's emotional, it's got some deep cuts on it and stuff like that. But I didn't really get much of the story behind it. When I then went away and did my research, I was like, oh, okay, that makes all that sense. Because basically they were talking about how Ryan Clark, the frontman of the band, his mother passed away, and this was like his tribute to her. And I was like, that puts so much context behind how some of this has been written. For me, I think this is more a case of he has written this as a tribute and for himself, to help himself process what is going on, and the band has helped support him doing that. And whilst it's a good album, I don't think that's necessarily a journey for us as a listener. Like, for me, I was like, oh, okay, it doesn't quite scratch the itch on the back of my brain of the niche within this style of music that I enjoy. But knowing everything behind it, I was like, do you know what? It doesn't have to. This doesn't have to be for me. This is him going, this is how I communicate, this is how I'm putting out this trauma that I'm dealing with, and this whole thing that I'm trying to work through. So for me, overall, as a outsider listening in, it was an okay album. However, I think I can see the real value that this would have for someone, as someone who also communicates very heavily through music. Like, if you look at what I'm listening to, that will tell you exactly how I'm feeling and what mood I'm in. I think it's quite beautiful in that sense. But for me personally, it wasn't written for me. I don't expect it to be. And overall, it was okay.
Simon, do you feel the same?
Yeah.
Or did it resonate?
Yeah, I mean, I did, obviously I knew nothing about the the backstory or anything to do with this one. So, but I remember Demon Hunter. Did we review them before or something? I've got them on my liked list. I've got like some of their old tracks, but I think they're from quite a while ago. And I went through and had a listen through, and this is quite like their style has changed a bit, and they've gotten a bit heavier now. I'm not sure I entirely like it. Not because I don't like the heavy music. It's just because this was a band that was playing a particular style, and that's what I enjoyed. And now it's different. Yeah, overall, I found the album really enjoyable. It was a good listen through. I think By a Thread was the standout track for me. I don't know why it just sort of really worked with me, but yeah, I think it was a really good album. Like I said, I miss what the old Demon Hunter was like. When I first started listening to it, I was like, is this definitely the same band, or is it just two bands with the same name? But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
William. Now, when I said Demon Hunter, your eyes lit up when we said we were reviewing Demon Hunter. Did they stay alight? Was there a light there for you or not?
This was an album that was fine and perfectly in the middle. Yeah, I was saying, I definitely remembered listening to them quite a lot in the past. I have at least a couple of their songs saved in my monster playlist on Spotify that I listen to quite a bit. But this one was, again, as an album, it was just perfectly in the middle for me. There's nothing super standout, nothing incredibly unique. The vocals were good, the instruments were good, but there was nothing incredible or amazing in it. I don't know what else I can say other than basically entirely repeating exactly what Simon and Lauren have both said already. Because it sounds like we had basically the same experience of it. So I'd just say it's just a good album, and that's fine.
Now, Pete, I'd be interested to hear what is going to come from your dulcet tones, because this is sort of a bit. I don't think we reviewed an album like this maybe for you, so I'd be interested to see what your thoughts are in this journey that we're taking you on.
Well, I've got a bit of a story of a bit of a journey around this band because.
Right.
Yeah, so when I saw you were reviewing Demon Hunter, my first thought was, "Oh my God, Demon Hunter! Are they still around?" Like, these guys, they've been active for a long, long time. And actually, I got the album out. The last album I listened to from this band was this one. It's Storm the Gates of Hell, released in 2007. It's the only album I have from this band. After this, I walked away from it. And listening to this album, which I really enjoyed, I thought to myself, like, why did I ever walk away from this band? Why did I stop listening? And then I saw the year 2007, and I remember that was the year I turned 18, and that was a big turnaround in my life. And now hold on to something, because this is going to shock you. When I was a little boy, I was raised a good Christian boy. I went to church. I went to Sunday school. I went to Christian summer camps. I was a very good Christian boy. My parents really tried. Then I turned 18, and this happened. I started reading books on physics, on biology, all that sort of thing, all the other sounds that is out there. And I realized those bastards at the church lied to me my entire damn life. And I turned away from the church and everything that has anything to do with it. So I also stopped listening to bands like Demon Hunter. But now, listening to it again, having calmed down a bit now that we're 18 years into the future, so I spent quite some time in my late teens, early 20s raging at the church. That kind of calmed down a bit. Yeah, we're on good terms now. So yeah, now listening to this album, I was like, it's actually a really good band. Like, look at all those albums I missed because I was pissed off at the church for lying to me, the bastards. So yeah, all in all, I think this is easy listening metalcore, not the too easy listening metalcore, which we earlier reviewed into Hyperville. This is the kind of metalcore that I feel is just like entry level. It's hard enough to actually call it metalcore and enjoy it as such, but it's not so tough that people are like, that's like too close to deathcore, for instance. It's too fast, too hard. This is good, chilled out metalcore for a good Sunday afternoon after church, I suppose. So yeah, enjoyed it.
Well, we are a journey, and we love a journey. That's mate, you've made my day. Now, somebody else is going to make my day is Trish. Welcome to the church, Trish. The Church of Demon Hunter.
Church of Demon Hunter. So this Christian metal band's latest album is dedicated to the late mother of frontman Ryan Clark, and you can tell this in the emotional tracks about love, loss, and life after death. Musically, it's got some great heaviness and melodies to carry these tracks, like By a Thread and I'm Done, favourites for me on the album. The vocalist really reminds me of the lead from Five Finger Death Punch on some of these tracks, especially, which is a compliment as I like that band too. Whilst this is obviously a cathartic album for the band to make, and there is sadness at the root, they have somehow managed not to make it a sombre listen. It was an inspirational listen from a new band I had not listened to before.
Yeah, God, me and Peter really seem to be on a similar similar track here. I hate to say this, but it was a very light metalcore. It was a lovely mixture of heavy rock and a little bit of metalcore, and accentuated that as well. Sometimes a little bit meh, so I really enjoyed the album. I didn't love it, but I really, really liked it. The title track, There Was a Light. Oh, what a tune, man. What a tune, what a ballad. It was just absolutely gobsmacked. I do disagree entirely with Lauren. I think that that I didn't know the backstory, but I think that that a lot of people will want to share, and empathise with a journey in terms of that, and whether it's then your mother or even your dog or your sister or your brother that you've kind of lost, you're going to those sort of lyrics will resonate you. So it's not about going on the journey with him, but it's about empathising and making that your own. And using those sort of words for your own kind of journey in that respect as well, through the medium of empathy, and that's what I kind of like about it. I didn't really know the backstory, but I was empathising with the words and the lyrics to my own personal loss or my own thoughts and feelings from that perspective as well. So I think that's I think we should have more of that sort of lyricism out there, rather than just let's crash on some drums and bang and whack out a lot of lyrics. Because the thing about rock is it's not pop. Okay, it's not pop, and pop will just throw out some lyrics that will rhyme without really having any kind of meaning to them. And what I love about most rock is that there's you can resonate and have meaning to it as well. Cool, look at me getting all serious there. Hey, what?
Getting all deep on us, Nige.
I know.
Said you're getting all deep.
I know.
Yeah.
Now, talk about deep. How deep will this go? How will this get into our Hall of Fame? Let's find out. We're going to rate it out of 5 for our listening pleasure. Lauren, let's start with you then.
I gave it a 2.5.
Simon.
I gave it a 3.5.
Good lad. William.
A very average 2.5.
Pete. Some salvage here.
Yeah, well, I like reconnecting with an old familiar band. I gave it a 4.
Good lad. Trish.
I gave it a 3.5.
I'm aligned with Pete. I give it a 4 as well. I know, right? Some spooky things going on here. A 3.5 gets into our top 100 albums of the year so far, which is pretty solid. Unfortunately, not into our Hall of Fame, and therefore not going to get into our Album of the Year show. But a solid, good album from that perspective. And we got to learn about what the meaning of lyrics. We got to hear about the journey from religion to evolution, and it was a great journey. Thank you very much for sharing. Do you agree or disagree? Leave your comments below. Hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll love you forever. Thank you very much. Keep on rocking and keep safe. Goodbye.